Hey guys, I'm Ashley and this is my first YouTube video. I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to sharing things that I love and that I'm interested in, and hopefully along the way you'll do the same and we'll just learn from each other and have lots of fun, and who knows what will come of this, but it's a fun fresh start for me. And today we're going to talk about 5 ways to keep life interesting while we're in like this lockdown quarantine. Here in Minnesota, winter is kind of like its own type of hibernation lockdown period. But you got to keep things spicy, you got to keep your brain sharp, and just kind of try to keep things interesting so you don't get too bored at home, right? Speaking of keeping things interesting, when I like to chill and talk, I like to set a vibe. And so we're going to do that today. And I have a couple of things to show you. And I'm hoping to do this every time we chat, maybe just show you something cool that you might not know about. Today we have Harlem Candle Co., the Speakeasy candle. This I think is my favorite scent. It's bourbon and Palo Santo. I mean, give me all the Palo Santo. Oh, and they're black owned, which we love. And why not just light the candle, just set the vibe, because that's what we're gonna do. Also, love a Bougie candle case, because why not buy an extra large matchstick? Ooh, it's a little bit behind me. Don't burn your house down while you're in the middle of that. Gotta keep things safe around here. And then just because we're also keeping it classy around here, today I'm gonna have some kombucha, and I love to keep it fancy and drink it out of a wine glass. It's a Brew Doctor Vanilla Blossom. I haven't had this flavor before, but it sounded good, so we'll see. All right, well, cheers to my first video and getting to know you guys out in the internet realm of YouTube. That's good. 5 things to keep your life interesting during lockdown. Number 1, bougie nights. Not boogie nights, which is a great movie night, keep that in your back pocket. But bougie nights is taking that restaurant night out vibe and bringing it into your home. And what I do in my home is I like to lay out a tablescape, set some candles up, lower those lights, set the mood. Playlists really set a vibe, so I'm about like a good cooking playlist, whatever you're into. And I love music, so if you have a good playlist, please leave me the link below. I'd love to listen to it. This is an idea that I came up with because I love style and fashion, and I like to wear my fun clothes. As I'm sitting here in the comfiest little quarter zip ever. Cozy clothes are amazing too, but wasn't getting to wear a lot of my fun clothes. So I also love to go out to restaurants and have dinner. It's always a good night to maybe try out a new recipe, but especially now is a good time to support local business. So sometimes I do a little takeout and then bring it home and plate it on the plates. Maybe throw on a dress, throw on some makeup. I wish I knew how to do more things with my hair, but it is what it is. And we just take time to turn off the television, turn our phones off, and just have a romantic, nice dinner. And, the vibe is set. It's a mood. And this isn't something that is only for a couple. I mean, do it with your roommates. If you live alone, nothing better than just taking time to make a dish and listen to some good music and just vibe on your own. It's something that anybody could do, and you just kind of have to take that idea and make it your own. It's definitely something that I've been loving. It's something to look forward to, and especially with our restaurant shut down, it's a great way to support our local community. And I love a good meal. I miss those restaurants, and I can't wait to get back out there when we're able to do so. I noticed the candle was getting out of control, so I had to trim the wicks quick. Great Christmas gift, wick trimmer. Learning a language. Right now, I wake up every morning and I spend about 15 to 30 minutes on Duolingo. I downloaded this way back in college, and I started utilizing it again now because I studied Spanish in college. Well, studied, like not intensely. but I did study it for a little bit, and then I studied it in high school, but I'm very rusty, and it's a really fun way to brush up on skills, to keep learning. And I'm not saying that language apps are the end-all be-all of learning language, and hopefully my Spanish skills have dramatically increased a year from now. They better be, right? I'm on like a 34-day streak just so. Yes. Language, like, clearly if you could immerse yourself in the culture and actually go there and learn, that'd be the best option. But right now, can't go anywhere, and having this app, I really think, keeps my brain sharp. It's something that I'm actually just excited to wake up and do every day. And I get a little competitive because you can like see everybody else on a ranking board, so I'm about that. And you kind of see your streak. I'm just like, I love this app. But I've also just appreciated that so many other people around the world are multilingual or even bilingual. And it's my dream someday to be able to speak another language fluently, and someday hopefully live in a different country and just immerse myself in the culture. But I love to supplement the app with podcasts, music, television. You can listen to different podcasts and watch so many shows in multiple languages. So it's just something that is keeping my life interesting, and I love it. I love it, I love it. And I can't wait to travel again. FYI, if I do talk about anything that you might be interested in, or that I think you might be interested in, I'll link it in the description box below. Number 3 is home project, because who's not doing a home project during quarantine, lockdown, right now, or earlier this year, or ever? Because now that we're all stuck in our homes, we want to like them. So when I moved into my condo, did every part of the condo except for my bathroom for some reason. Like, I don't know why she got left out, but she did. I've decided to do a little refresh on the bathroom, so I'm going to paint it, possibly swap out the cabinetry in there, and maybe do something with the shower, not sure. Depends on what the budget is. And there's a lot of things that I want to spend my money on, like, per se, traveling, rewind back to learn language. But right now I'm just kind of in the inspiration process of it. So I love to use Pinterest. Pinterest is a great platform for inspo, making mood boards, inspiration boards for pretty much anything. Like, you could do cars, you could do home projects, you could do style, you could do, what else is on that app? Like, everything. Is that I use PowerPoint to make mood boards. I like to make actual collages out of magazines. And then Photoshop is great because you can take a picture of the room, find whatever you want on the internet, and put it right in that room. So those are all different things that I use when I'm doing a home project. And I mean, it doesn't have to be anything major like that. Not everybody needs to do that to their home. Sometimes a home project for me is as little as cleaning out my closet and streamlining it so I can see everything in there, and it makes me feel more comfortable and clean, and a clean home is a happy home, in my humble opinion. Not saying my home is always clean, but I am happy when it is. Anyways, all this home project, home improvement just goes back to the fact that we are stuck in our homes for the majority of the time, and it should be a place that you feel comfortable and safe and enjoy, and that's just a part of the process. So maybe I will share some of the bathroom updates with you in the future too. Number 4 is mindfulness, and the way that this is keeping the quarantine lockdown interesting for me is that it keeps my mind in a state where I can enjoy these other things I'm talking about. So since we are locked at home, and especially in Minnesota in the winter, we don't get enough sunlight, it's very dark, it's already easy to slip into like a dark place. Mindfulness is hard to talk about because it is so expansive. What I'm trying to say is that when you live in a place like Minnesota, it's so dark, it's so cold, and then on top of this pandemic, there's just so many things to struggle with at this time. So keeping a schedule where I'm staying mindful, and the number one thing that I can do to stay mindful is consistent yoga practice for me. And I love yoga because I feel like it combines the physical aspect of yoga, meditation, and breath work, and all 3 of those things have been so beneficial to me. I have anxiety, and just kind of keeping myself level-headed and calm and trying to stay as peaceful as possible during this time. That is a struggle for so many people. Right. So, breath work. This is outside of yoga actually, but I really love the Wim Hof breath technique. I used to do it every single morning, and I would feel like exhilarated, like I could just run outside and lift a car off somebody. Need to do it again because that was positive, and I stopped doing it. But you also have that breath work in yoga, and it really just makes your body relax, and you feel really connected with your physical self, but also your mental self. And it's just a time I think everybody should take. And back over to meditation, I just feel like they're also connected, but if you can take a minute to 5 minutes to yourself each day, I think that's just so beneficial. I used to meditate in my car on my lunch break, and I try to do this stuff in the morning because that's when I feel most at peace and just calm. It's a good way to kind of come down from the day too. And I would recommend, I love Headspace, and the Calm app is really good too. If you're interested in meditation and you're just starting out, there's also so many resources on YouTube. You can learn how to do anything on YouTube. That's why I kind of got on here, because I watch it so much and I find it to be really beneficial and interesting. So that's just my little spiel on mindfulness. Like, I know that it's so big, but there's just I just cherry picked a little bit, and I wanted to kind of talk about it because I think it's an important subject. When we're talking about keeping your life spicy and interesting during quarantine, but also mentally staying healthy as well is super important, because you can't do anything else if you're not feeling well on the inside. It starts here. Number 5 is, well, why am I doing that? Number 5 is flexing my creative muscles by starting a YouTube channel. So this is a creative project for me, in my head at least, and it's something that's fresh, it's something that's new. I dabbled in it once a very long time ago, but it's definitely a subject that I don't know a lot about, and I think that it's important to always be learning, and this is a lot to learn, and it's a lot to learn. There's a lot of things that happen that can go wrong. I don't necessarily know how to use video editing software like I used to back in the day, so I'm excited, and it's going to be a great project to work on, especially over the winter when you're stuck inside. But finding something creative that you might not know a lot about, whether it's YouTube or Instagram, those are kind of technological, but even painting or drawing, something fun and creative that you might have not done before, and learning about it and trying it out and just putting yourself out there. There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm very excited to be putting myself out here on this channel, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. I think I had a good time today, and I hope you had a good time too. Hopefully we can hang out again soon. Cheers to the first video with kombucha, and I'll see you in the next video.